Weird sciencey facts that boggle my mind. What in the Futurama is going on around here? Scientists grew a brain in a petri dish. A human brain. They grew it in a petri dish. Like that thing you have in your head, they grew it outside of your head. Like a mini version anyway. It's not a full-size brain, it's a smaller brain, but it's still a human brain. And it's mini on purpose because they grew it to study something called microcephaly. I think that's what it's called. It's a genetic disorder where when you're born, your brain is too small. A rare disease that seems to mostly afflict people in Florida. I'm joking, kind of. Anyway, they grew this brain that was functional so they could study this disorder. Then in a scenario that I can only imagine happened one day while the scientists were sitting around like a half a case in, and one is like, hey Bob. He's like, yeah Fred, I got an idea. We should take apart this old Pong game I have in my basement and hook some electrodes up to the circuit board for the controls and where the paddle and the balls are moving. And then we should just jam it into our test tube brain and see what happens. And that's what they did. And the brain learned to play Pong in like 5 minutes. Not joking. And next, they're gonna get the brain drunk and see if that makes it worse at Pong. And I know you think that I'm making this up at this point, but I am not that creative. And they've determined that their little mini brain is probably a more efficient and effective data processing and operating system than any computerized artificial intelligence that we currently have. Anyway, after they get it drunk and, I don't know, teach it calculus or something, really just figure out how it all ticks and fine-tune the Frankenstein screws, the next logical step is obviously robots. That's what they want to do is put a human brain in robots. Like Robo-Brain from Fallout. That might quite possibly not be science fiction soon. Now don't worry though, the scientists have assured us that the brain is not like conscious. It's not self-aware. It's sort of sentient, like it can process data and make decisions like where to move the Pong paddle. So sentience like a MacBook if it was made out of brain. Not sure how they determine that, but then again, I also don't know how they grew a functioning brain in a petri dish, so I guess I'm not the person to judge on that topic. In other news, they also revitalized pig organs to be fully functional hours after death and successfully transplanted a pig heart into a human. So it would seem like Mary Shelley is well on her way to becoming a Matt Groening level prophet. And the fact that real RoboCop could be right around the corner, well, that is appropriately mind-boggling.